Hi everybody, and welcome to Bert's Everyday Kitchen. Today, like I promised, we are going to make a jalapeno cornbread with cheese. I'm going to show you my ingredients. Now, a lot of what I do is semi-homemade, and of course yesterday that we made those Betty Crocker cookies, of course they're wonderful, and I got a lot of compliments on how the ingredients were so easy to work with. And a lot of us, you know, we need our time. So I have found ways where I don't have to do everything from scratch. So I love this Jiffy corn meal mix. And so we're gonna use this today, just one box of this. And we also have some of the cheddar cheese. Now, you can use the mild, you can use the, you know, the regular if you want. I just use a regular because I don't like a very sharp cheddar. But so we're gonna go ahead and use this. Now we also have some jalapeno, and these are really big where I bought them, and so I've already cut one right in here, and I took the seeds out because I want the flavor. I don't want it to be hot, and so I took the seeds out in the veins, and now that's ready and to go. And it does take a cup of milk, and then 1 egg. And now I put a little bit of sugar, and that's for my liking because I like the contrast of that little sweetness in there. And so of course the sugar, you can't really, it doesn't have a measurement. So you have to just do it to your liking. It's kind of adding salt if you wanted to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and put the mix in here. Now it does have little lumps, as you can see. And so I'm gonna take my whisk and just kind of take some of those lumps out and just kind of mix it around until you see that those lumps are gone. And it'll make it easier to mix. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take the dry ingredient, which is the sugar, and I'm gonna add, this is a teaspoon right here. So I'm gonna add 1.5 teaspoons. About this much. And remember, it's to your liking. If you want it sweeter, you can make it sweeter. If you don't want any sugar, don't put any sugar. But I like to give it that little sweetness because it kind of, you know, counteracts the bitterness of the cheese. And I like that. And so now we're gonna go ahead and add the milk. That's 1/3 cup. And we're gonna add 1 egg. And we're gonna mix. And now, as you can see, you know, it's mixing in pretty good. It's got a real nice smoothness to it. And here, of course, you know, after you mix it in real good, you wanna add your jalapeno. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and put it all because it's just one large one. And like I said, took the seeds out, and this is just mainly for the flavor, and it gives it a good kick. And I like the color, it's real pretty. Green and the yellow, very festive. And you know, you could even put pimentos in it if you wanted to, because it would taste good. You just have to drain them really good. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and open the cheese, and we're gonna put a little bit in there. Now this, of course, is to your liking too. There isn't a measurement to it because in the ingredients that, you know, it doesn't ask you to add cheese. But this is just my take, and it gives it a really good flavor to that little cornbread. You know, believe it or not, these are so good at breakfast with syrup. I know you wouldn't believe it because it sounds like, ooh, that sounds gross, but it's not. It really is good. If you haven't tried it, you know, get them real nice and warm or crispy on the griddle, and then put a little bit of syrup. Oh, they're good. Really good. Okay, now take a look at that mix. It's mixed really good. And so now we're gonna get our little tin ready and get all of this out of the way. Very nice. very nice. Love that, very smooth. Okay, now, not like yesterday. Yesterday I made huge cookies, and now we're gonna make little tiny little muffins. These are little bite size. I think you'll like those. And you don't feel as guilty because you're just tiny and you pop one in your mouth and you don't feel bad about it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and spray this with a little bit of butter in there so they don't stick. Now I've already preheated my oven to 400 degrees. Okay, and because these are smaller, you might have to watch them. You can't just leave them there. You might have to watch them because they are little. And so I'm gonna start filling these up. There we go. And I'm gonna keep doing this. And so I'm gonna stop the camera right now so that we can finish filling this little tray. And then I'll be right back. Okay, hi again, guys. I am ready to bake. Now, that was just enough dough to put it in all of these little mini tray that I've got. As you can see, they're a little full, so when they bake, they are gonna plump up, and they're probably, if you could take a look, they're gonna come up a little bit higher. But that's okay. And if you notice all the chili in there and little bits of cheese, these are gonna be so delicious, I can't wait. Now we're gonna go ahead and put them in the oven. And like I said, we preheated the oven to 400 degrees. And so we're gonna go ahead and put them in there. Now, I won't give you a minute count because I think you really have to watch them due to the cheese and things like that. You know, you wanna keep an eye on them and make sure that they don't burn on you. So I'm gonna say about a good 10 minutes to 12 minutes, but I'm still gonna keep an eye on it, okay? And so let's go ahead and put it in the stove. All right, they are now in the oven. And in a few minutes, they'll be out and ready to eat. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I'm back and they are out of the oven. And I was timing it, so I was right. It is about 12 minutes. If you want to take a look at them, look how pretty they look. They're just the right size, maybe 2 bites. So nice. And you can accompany them with anything you want. Anything you want. Seafood, fish, oh, it'll be great. They're kind of like a little bit of a hush puppy. And if you love hush puppies, they're wonderful. Okay, well that's it for today, guys. And I want to thank you so much for joining me on Bert's Everyday Kitchen. The next video that I'd like to do will be, I did do a video where I went and had some barbacoa at Michoacana, and I promised you all a video of me making my own. And so that's gonna be my next video. And just to end everything, today I am gonna do something a little bit different. I do wanna say hello to a friend of mine that lives in Mexico. She did send me a message. In fact, she wanted me to start doing these cooking shows, maybe some in Spanish. So the barbacoa one, I might do bilingual, so prepare yourselves. And I just wanna give her a shout out. Quiero darle un saludo a la señora Esther Maldonado de México, el Distrito Federal. Te quiero mucho, muchas gracias por todo lo que has hecho por mí, por ser mi amiga, y gracias por ver mis videos. Te quiero mucho. Dios te bendiga, y muchas gracias for joining me on Bert's Everyday Kitchen. Bye!